Welcome to Sky Babies. I'm Louis Stardust.
I'm Tori the Best.
Today we're playing Final Fantasy decks. Final Fantasy Casual. We built whatever we thought was the most fun and the best Final Fantasy deck, and we're joined here with comedian MTG and Steve Stillman. Before we introduce them, we just wanted to say a big thank you to Wizards of the Coast for giving us early access to the set. We're ambassadors for the set.
We are ambassadors for this set. We are so excited to show off some of these amazing cards from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I think it'd be cute also to say what your favorite Final Fantasy is, especially someone who has not fully played all the games, when you give your introduction. So, comedian, tell us who you are and what you're playing.
Hi, I'm Ian, also known as comedian MTG. I am playing Clive from Final Fantasy 16. I have played Final Fantasy 1, so that's my favorite.
I'm Steve Protor Stillman, and I'm playing Sephiroth today. The perfect soldier. I mean, well, he's called Fabled Soldier, but I think he's perfect because he is. I'm playing Mono Black, and it's just a ton of edict effects to flip Sephiroth and then have my nice one-winged angel emblem. Cried a lot trying to fight Sephiroth throughout the years of my life, so.
Very cute.
I know him from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, me too.
Today I'm playing Zidane, the Tantalus Thief. Final Fantasy 9 is my favorite Final Fantasy of the entire series. His whole thing is stealing stuff, so this deck also steals stuff. I'm going to be taking my friend's permanents and getting treasures and hoping to do it again and again and again.
I'm playing Vanille. This is a Golgari deck. This was actually the first Final Fantasy game that I played, which was really cute. It's not my favorite Final Fantasy. It's a pretty good Final Fantasy. I actually learned about Final Fantasy through Kingdom Hearts, and I was in love with Cloud, and we are not playing the precons today, so I decided to go with this. I love Golgari. I have not played a lot of like mill and graveyard recursion decks, so I thought this could be really cool. And I really want her to get Fang out because they're so cute and they're my favorites.
And it melds, right?
It does meld into a big, scary, beautiful card that hopefully we'll see. That's the whole point of the deck, is getting the meld to happen, so. I did win the die roll though, so the probability of me doing that is pretty high.
Mathematically certain, yeah.
I will draw a card. All right, everybody, better watch out. I'm gonna play a Final Fantasy Swamp. Soul Ring! Who's the real winner now? I played a Soul Ring, so.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a mountain. I'm gonna play a mountain. I know I said I'm gonna draw a mountain. I'm gonna draw a card. Then I'll play a Wayfarer's Bauble, which will get me a mountain. I'll pass.
Play a Swamp. I'll play a Soul Ring. I unfortunately still have game actions.
Steve Stillman.
Oh my goodness.
No.
How do you always do this?
I'll play Arcane Signet
He's playing the villain.
off the Soul Ring.
Yeah.
Go.
Dark Ritual into.
Dark Rite into Sephiroth.
I'll just leave. Draw for
Into
turn.
Atnos.
I'm playing a plane.
What's it from?
Final Fantasy 7, 7th Heaven. I'm gonna play Soul Ring, and I too will tap my Soul Ring
Signet?
for Boros Signet.
What? This game is rigged. I was like, yeah, I get a Wayfarer's Bauble. This is great.
Play a better deck.
Bring a two, they said.
All right, it's not that great. I'm gonna play a Dark Ritual. We'll tap a green, 2, and 1.
Okay.
For Vanille.
Yes.
So my commander says, when Vanille enters, I'm gonna mill 2 cards and then return a permanent card from my graveyard to my hand. So it's a 3 visits, which is not a permanent, and a Rogue's Passage, which is a permanent, so it goes to my hand. A land that I desperately needed. 2 mana left. It is black mana, which kind of is not what I need right now, but I will use one of it for a Deathrite Shaman.
Another game changer?
And then I'll let this other mono black mana go away because I can't tap my Deathrite Shaman and I can't do the fun thing yet, which is okay. I will pass.
Okay, I'm gonna untap for my second turn. I'm gonna play my second source of mana, everyone else.
It only gave me 2 cards. It was not
Only
that crazy.
2?
Yeah, kinda cringe, huh? Anyways, I'm gonna play this Power Balance.
That's all you want to do with
Yes,
it.
really. I literally have been talking about for a week that I just wanted to find an excuse to play Power Balance. I have no top deck manipulation whatsoever. We're going in blind. Pass.
That just makes it that much better. I just
Yeah.
know that there's a 3-mana spell on top.
Hell yeah.
So there's Sephiroth might not be cast. I played my Swamp and then I will pay 4 to play the Sengir Autocrat. Prepare the surf tokens, but first,
Power balance. That's a 2-drop.
when he enters, I create 3 0/1 black surf tokens, which I have.
I for sure was like, this is like water surf. I did not realize what the crates said.
Yeah, I'm gonna alter them all as surf
Head
cards.
boogie board out.
When he leaves, I exile all surf tokens. So, if anyone else has surfs.
Wipe out.
What? Whoa. Go ahead.
Oh, you're so funny today.
Funny every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna cast my commander.
What does it take, actually?
What do I take? I can take a creature.
Forever?
No, just until end of turn. I untap it, it gets lifelink and haste until end of turn. And then when I give it back, I get a treasure token. Because if an opponent gains control of permanent from me, when I give it back, I get a treasure.
Yeah, I really want this surf guy.
Surfs are 0/1s, please. They're just farm hands, please.
I'm going to attack.
Don't kill her, Steve, please. She's all I got.
Well, if I attack Ian, he can't kill her.
That's true.
I wouldn't kill her because if my autocrat dies, I have to exile my surf.
Oh, sure, you need
Yeah,
this.
yeah. All right, we're attacking the surfer over here.
Beached it.
Surf Stillman.
Surf's up. All right, I'll take 3.
I believe that is all for me. I'm gonna go to my end step, so you will get this back, and I will get a treasure token.
Let's play a forest. Play a birds of paradise.
That's not down.
Then I will play the 2-drop.
Yeah. Mind Stone. Okay.
I have 1 floating and 1 black mana. I can also do something with this. I think I'm gonna move phases and get rid of this floating mana. I'll go to combat.
It's fine.
Vanille will go with Steve. Maybe one day she'll do commander damage. I'll pass.
I'm going to cast one of my favorite red cards ever, Fumiko the Lowblood. Fumiko has Bushido X, where X is the number of attacking creatures, and creatures my opponents control attack each turn if able. Bushido means it gets +X/+X, where X, when it blocks or becomes blocked, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Yeah. I will pass the turn.
I will play Phyrexian Tower.
Results.
Mythic rare. Okay. I will play fun card, Genesis Chamber.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whenever a non-token creature comes into play, if Genesis Chamber is untapped, that controller makes a 1/1 mirror.
Power balance.
Way good.
That's unfortunate.
I will then pay 3
Get him out!
and cast Sephiroth, Fabled Surfer. When he enters, I'll have 2 triggers. First, Genesis Chamber, make a mirror, and then the Sephiroth trigger. So when he enters or attacks, I can sack another creature. If I do, draw a card.
Oh, I forgot it does that too. This
Yes.
card is so good.
It's very good. Oh, and whenever another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and I get 1. I'll sack a surf to draw a card. Trigger. Tori will lose a life and I gain a life. The surfs will be sent at, well, yeah, there's no reason to block these actually. It's bad if you block them. So I guess both at Ian
Okay.
and then the Sengir Autocrat at Tori.
All right, fine. I won't block. So you're gonna hurt me. I'll take 2.
Main phase 2.
Uh-huh.
It's too scary. Nothing's too scary. I'll just.
Play mountain. I'm gonna cast Van the Street Thief.
Ooh. What does that do?
Whenever 1 or more scouts, pirates, and/or rogues I control deal combat damage to a player, I exile the top card of that player's library, and I may cast it. If I don't, I get a treasure token. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a +1/+1 counter on each scout, pirate, and rogue you control.
You get a Genesis Chamber trigger, a mirror.
I got a mirror? All right, you have a lot going on. I'll attack you with my commander.
Nope, I'll take 3.
All right, so that dealt combat damage to you. I'm gonna exile the top card of your library. Oh, Dreadborn Invasion. The treasure, because I have to. And a red to cast the Dreadborn Invasion.
While this is happening and you're still thinking, I'm going to sacrifice Thief to get a land.
Okay, this is gonna trigger the Van Street Thief. Since I cast it, I get a +1/+1 counter on each scout, pirate, or rogue I control. So they will each get a +1/+1. Yeah, I'm gonna tap that to tap this. With the white, I'm gonna play Crystal Fragments. And with the red, I'm going to equip it to Zidane. So he gets +1/+1, not a counter. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Then you can pay 5 and 2 white to exile the equipment, return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control as a sorcery. And the back is a summoned creature. I'm done. Go ahead.
Play Rogue's Passage. I don't really have much to do except Entomb.
Whoa.
Oh.
What are you gonna get?
I guess we will do the Golgari Grave Troll.
Nice.
That dredges.
I will tap this for a green. I lied. I will just tap it for a black. I'll exile my Dark Ritual. Have everybody lose 2 life. Yep. And then I will have to go to combat. I have a 3/2. Okay, so I will send this at you.
1, 2, 3.
I will pass the turn.
Untap, draw this mystery card. I will play Neheb, the Dreadcord champion. I get a Murr. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Neheb says when it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, I can discard any number of cards. If I do draw that many cards and add that much red. Until the end of turn, I do not lose this mana as steps and phases end. I will pass through combat and go to man step.
I'll play a Swamp. I'll play a Shambling Ghast. And when that enters, I get a mirror. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's on a stack.
Oh, come on! Stupid power balance.
So my Shambling Ghast will resolve, and I will get a mirror. Okay, before combat, sacrifice Shambling Ghast to Phyrexian Tower.
Yep.
To get 2 black mana and make a treasure. And Tori will lose 1 life and I gain 1 life off Sephiroth. And then with my 2 floating mana and then the Soul Ring, I'll cast Flare of Malice. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control.
Wait, so it's mana value, not power?
Yeah, mana value.
Okay, I will sacrifice Fumiko.
Vanille.
That's 3 more triggers. Lewis, since you have the highest life total, take 3 off Sephiroth. And then Sephiroth will flip.
Do you gain 3?
Yes. Yeah. When he transforms into Sephiroth One-Winged Angel, I get an emblem, which is whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. And whenever he attacks, I can sacrifice any number of other creatures. If I do, I draw that many cards.
Did it exile and flip or is it just transform?
No, it just transforms. So
it can attack right now.
I will go to combat. I'll attack Tori. And on attack, I will sack 3 dudes to draw 3. And then I gain 3. Oh my god, that's really good. And then I gain 3 and Ian will lose 3. Okay, main 2, I will play Ophiomancer. Trigger, get a mirror. And I will pass, and in Tori's upkeep, make a snake.
At the beginning of my upkeep, I lose a life and I ask zombies 1. Pay 1 to tap that for 2, 4, and play Brian Stout Arm, everyone's favorite giant warrior. He's got lifelink, and I can pay a red, sack a creature other than Brian Stout Arm, and he deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to a target player.
Brian.
Brian.
If you could describe Brian's arm in one way, what would you?
It's very stout.
Oh, okay, okay.
When I will equip the crystal fragments to Van. I'm gonna attack Ian because I don't think you'll block with a 5/4.
You can attack me.
Okay, I have to do this so I can get a
How much for?
treasure. Yes. Hooray! I flipped the top card of your library. I'm not going to cast that, so I'm going to get a treasure token. I got a treasure, and that is all I am going to do.
Sure, but I'm gonna putrefy him. Does he get a trigger for dying?
Trigger, yeah. Yeah, I'll target you because you can.
I'm gonna go to my turn and draw a card. I'm gonna play a black for Village Rites and sacrifice my bird.
Trigger, yeah. You lose 1 life.
Draw 2 cards from my Village Rites. So how does that work?
So you're only gonna draw 1 card, and you're gonna place one of those draws with a dredge trigger.
So you can decide which one you want to happen first.
The first one is a draw, I think.
and then mill 6, and then you put Grave Troll in your hand.
2 lands, a Nature's Claim, cornered by black mages, Siegfried, and the Warring Dryad. Gonna exile a land to make a green and play this, right? Sure. 4/4. I have mana that I don't want to do anything with, so I'm going to pass.
Untap. Anybody else? Tori, you have lifelink, right? Okay. Yeah, you can at least gain some life, so I feel a little less bad. All right, I'm gonna hit you in the head.
First stuff.
I'm not gonna block. I'll take 5.
So I'm gonna discard an End Rider, Catalyzer, Mountain, and Rionia. So I have 3 red. I will pay 2 for Grenzo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana left over. I think this is a great Clive time. We're gonna play Clive. Ifrit's Dominant. When Clive enters the battlefield, I may discard my hand and draw cards equal to my devotion to red, which is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which I will definitely be doing. I then can pay 6, exile Clive, and return to the battlefield, transformed into Zone Control, and it turns into his Ifrit side, which is super crazy. It's a big 9/9 that can fight a creature and then adds a bunch of mana. And then eventually flips over to Clive once again. Bonk, ETB.
Mirror.
I will discard Prompto and a Mountain,
Prompto.
and then I will draw 8 cards. And then I will play a Goldhound, which is a dog that is a treasure.
Mirror.
All dogs are treasures.
Amen. And then I will move to my cleanup, but I have 7 in hand, and so I will pass.
I'll play Cabal Pit. I'll play Midnight Reaper.
Trigger! That's a mana geyser.
Oh, that's 5. I'll get a mirror. I'll play Blood-Soaked Champion. I'll get a mirror. I'll take 1 off the Cabal Pit. I'll cast Blight Mound. My pests get +1/+0 and have Menace. Whenever a non-token creature I control dies, I make a pest. That when that dies, I gain a life.
Oh my goodness. He's popping off, y'all.
I'm gonna attack with my snakes so people can start attacking me. Who has most life? Sorry, Ian. I'll send a 1/1 snake at you.
You piece of, yeah, that's fine. I will take, imagine I block. Take
Yeah,
1.
Alright. I will pass with my Phyrexian Tower up that allows me to sacrifice a creature.
I'm gonna untap, and then on my upkeep, I'm gonna lose a life and amass zombies 1. Sack a treasure, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. To cast my commander again.
Power balance trigger!
Yay!
Geyser time!
Does it count yours or just opponents, right?
Opponents. 10 red mana. What am I gonna do with that 10 red mana? Still in response to your commander, I will crack this Wayfarer's Bauble.
Nothing in your hand?
No, I have literally no instance.
Zidane enters. You get a mirror.
It's a miracle. What do I want to steal? When my commander enters, I'm gonna target Ophiomancer. Would you like to respond?
I'll sack it to Phyrexian Tower and drain you for 1 and make a pest and draw a card.
You're a pest.
Yeah.
Yay! Are you willing to take the van
yeah.
damage?
No, seriously. Yeah.
Okay, here comes the van.
Declare no blocks.
Cool. Exile a top card of your library.
Hell yeah. It's a Semblance Anvil.
Okay, I can't cast it because I have no mana, so I will get a treasure token. Boop. And then I'll get a +1/+1 counter on each scout, rogue, pirate I control. I'll just pass.
I'm gonna untap and I'm going to draw. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna scry 2, then draw 2 cards and lose 2 life off of
Power
my
balance.
bones for 3 mana.
2, damn it.
Stupid. I'm gonna put these 2 in the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I will draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Let's feel like I'm doing stuff. I'm gonna play a black mana for Unearth and return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from my graveyard to the battlefield. I think we're gonna go for the Warring Dryad. This has Flying, Trample, and Haste. As long as there are fewer than 8 cards in my graveyard, then it is a creature. I can tap it to mill a card, and target player adds 1 mana of any color. Mirror.
You get a mirror.
Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing my 5/5 hasty flyer at Steve. We're doing it, gang! Getting him closer to 20.
Yeah.
He's definitely been at 34 multiple times.
I have a Rex Sage, but I think yes, I will help that.
Which, Blight Mound?
Yeah.
Blight Mound is dead.
Passing the turn.
Untap. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. Blue, I'm sorry.
Before you.
5.
Okay.
I'm gonna discard any number of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Discard 8 cards, draw 8 cards. Play a mountain. I'm gonna play my Soul Ring. Yay!
Nice, you have one
We
too?
finally got there. I'm gonna play 4 mana for a Flame Shadow Conjuring. When a non-token creature enters the battlefield under my control, I can pay a red. If I do, make a token copy, and it dies at the end step. I think this is gonna be crazy and fun and chaotic, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna go 3 mana for a Goblin Chain Whirler.
Oh, sick.
I'm also gonna have an ETB, so I make a Myr, and it's also gonna trigger Flame Shadow Conjuring. I'm gonna make 2 Goblin Chain Whirlers.
I'm gonna pay a red and sacrifice my zombie army, and I'll deal 2 to Steve.
Sephiroth trigger. Ian will take 1 and I'll gain.
Chain Whirler number 1, so 1 damage to everything.
You will lose 13 off my Sephiroth emblem, and I will gain 12 because I'm going to take 1 and draw a card off the Midnight Reaper.
Okay, go to 13. Okay, second one. So now 2 more things die?
Yeah, just this. And
So am I losing on the 2?
okay, yes, and I will gain 1.
I've chipped away at Steve's life total. All right, we're going to flip Clive to Ifrit, Warden of the Inferno. So on this first mode of a Saga Demon, it will fight up to 1 other target creature, which in this case will be Mr. Stout Arm. You will gain 4 life though, and then Steve's gonna have another trigger.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Ian will take 1 and I will gain.
You suck so bad. I forgot to trigger Grenzo. I can cast that until the end of turn. I cannot cast it. Okay. Yeah, so that's exiled. And then I'm gonna play an Arcane Signet. Okay, I'm gonna move to my end step, and this creature sacrifices itself.
Trigger. Tori can take this one. Go to my turn. I'll play Bubbling Muck.
Power balance?
Yes.
For 1, it's 1.
Captain Lannery Storm.
I have 6, and I have 1 floating. Cast Sephiroth.
Is that a 3-drop? Oh!
Sephiroth enters.
Oh
perhaps?
yeah.
I get a mirror? When Sephiroth enters, I'll put in the mirror first, so then I can sack it to Sephiroth and draw a card. I'll go to 47, 3 off the floating to play Merciless Executioner.
Power balance trigger. Stoke the Flames. I'm gonna crack this Mind Stone to draw a card. In response to your Merciless Executioner, I'm going to convoke Stoke the Flames, and we're gonna Stoke the Flames your commander in response to the Merciless Executioner trigger. Or cast.
I'll respond and sack Sephiroth to Phyrexian Tower, and trigger the emblem to put you to 9. I have 2 black mana floating. Does Merciless Executioner resolve? First, I get a mirror, then trigger, we each sack a creature.
A sack a Myr.
Mind Control.
I guess I'll sack my Van Street Thief.
I'll sack a mirror. Ian will lose 4. I'll play Cryptobagadim, Black Market Connections, cracking a treasure. Go.
Keep I will lose a life and amass the zombie 1. 2, Flicker of Fate. Exiling Zidane and returning him to the battlefield under his control again. I'm gonna steal your 9/9.
Yeah.
Trigger when Zidane enters. You get a mirror.
I'm going to Felidar Guardian, Flickering Zidane. I'm gonna steal Merciless Executioner.
Trigger, you get a mirror.
Combat, and I will attack you for 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm at 40.
I guess that is all I have.
I think I'm gonna dredge. And for a Lurking Predators. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, reveal the top card of my library. I'll do that too. If it's a creature's card, it goes onto the battlefield. Otherwise, it goes onto the bottom of my library. All right. Then I'm gonna swing for 5 in the air. You don't make a face. You know this has to happen. It's just 5.
Why are you attacking me? I've been giving you mirrors all game.
You just have 1 life above you, and that's it.
Okay.
Great. And then I'm gonna pass after that.
Untap. Mount them for turn. I make 4 red for everyone's favorite Sweeney Todd song, City on Fire. You may trigger your Lurking Predators. That's the thing. Bottom of the library. Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I just had to figure out how to kill you without leaving myself completely open. I'm going to swing 42 damage at Steve. Captain Lannery Storm at you, Tori, and I have a trigger to make a treasure. It would be 2 times 3 if it sticks.
I will tap my Cabal Pit and take 1 damage.
Okay. I'm gonna goad your commander, I guess. Make you flicker it. I have a Neheb trigger, so I'm gonna discard these 2 and draw 2. I'm gonna flashback Ignite the Future. So I can exile the top 3 cards of my library. Until the end of my next turn, I can play those cards. If it was cast from a graveyard, which it was, I can play those for free. Blind Flip. Felden. Okay. Mountain.
My favorite.
Torbran. Ooh, cool. Trigger. Stitcher Supplier. Nice. ETB Mill 3. Play my land. Play Torbran.
It's only if it's a
Ooh.
permanent, right?
Yeah, creature you put in. Okay, play Felden.
Oh, cool. Next Weaver.
I bet I'm totally gonna survive. Anyways, pass the turn.
I'm gonna tap my Soul Ring and my Mountain to play Mage Siege on Lindblom Industrial Regency. I'm gonna create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever I cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. I'm going to equip Crystal Fragments to Zidane, making him a 4/4. I'm going to play Fling. Sacrificing Zidane to deal 4 to you, triggering my wizard, dealing 1 to you.
We have Twiggles.
1 drop. Rest in peace, everybody. I tried my best.
I did it. I killed Ian. Fling goes to the graveyard. You take 1 from Fling. I think that's all I'm gonna do and pass for now.
Okay.
Now we're playing a very casual 2-player game.
Did you mill in your upkeep?
Cultivate. Ujukabog. Play Vanille. When Vanille enters, I'm gonna mill 2 cards. Is she okay? Fang! Nothing! Did not happen.
Still not melding.
But I will return a permanent card from my graveyard to my hand. Say it's the Rex Sage. We'll go back to my hand. I'm gonna go to combat. Tori, do you have any flyers?
No.
5/5 in the air. This is so bad. I don't think I could swing anything else at you because everything else is kind of big and I need my guy.
Okay. Let's see what I get. So wait, I could just play this now?
Yep.
Cool. Hip hip hooray. 6/7. Commander time. Yippee.
Lurking predators. Nope.
I'm going to steal your flyer.
No! It's all I have,
I'm
please!
sorry. I'm gonna go to combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack you with your flying trample haster, and I'll attack you just for 5 in the air with that. I'll return this to you and get a treasure.
This is great. Everybody's terrified. Mill 2 cards. Exotic Orchard, Diabolic Tutor. Draw my card. So I'll play this Rex Sage. I will hit the good artifact, the counter one. Hit you with the flyer, right? Because you don't have any reach. And then I will just pass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast this Academy Manufacturer.
Have a Lurking Predators trigger.
I'll attack you with my commander, Zidane.
I'll block him with my Stitcher Supply. And then I'll mill 3 cards, in which they're all lands. Anything else, my queen?
No.
Exile Nyx Weaver and return my Diabolic Tutor to my hand. Draw a card. I'm gonna play a Diabolic Tutor that you all know about. Let's get Fang! Where is she? Fang, fearless. Word I'm not reading. Whenever 1 or more cards leave my graveyard, I draw a card and lose 1 life. It triggers once each turn. They're together. My Rule 0 partners. Combat. I guess. Sure. Here is my 5 in the air. And then I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna play Furnace Rains. You're gonna get 1 damage from my wizard.
And I have a Lurking Predators trigger. It's a forest.
I'm gonna steal the Warring Triad. I'll attack you for 5 in the air.
You absolutely will. I'll go to 10. So then you get a treasure, and then you'll get also the food and clues. I'm going to... I don't have any effects, right? I just draw a card. Yes, okay. It's my first main phase! I own both of them, so they're gonna meld. So we have Ragnarok. Divine Deliverance.
Whoa. I'm definitely
Vigilance.
gonna lose to this thing.
Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. It's a 7/6 that says when it dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from my graveyard to the battlefield.
Wait, that's all it does.
Yes.
Been going this whole time.
It's just fun.
No, I mean the art's gorgeous too. I think that's part of the reason why I'm like, yeah. What else?
I was waiting for it to be like, you lose the game.
Does it not even have lifelink?
No. I'm gonna go to combat. Tori, I'm gonna send your favorite flyer at you, and also my 7/6 Ragnarok, Divine Deliverance, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste.
All right, so I'm gonna take 5 from this because I can't block it. And I'm gonna block that with Zidane. All right, so you know what I'll do? I'll block it with Zidane and 1 mirror.
Okay.
And then I'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, and 3 commander damage.
I will pass.
All right, on your end step, I'm gonna, it's what, pay 2 for a clue?
2 for a clue. Yep.
Crack it and then draw a card. On your end step, still, I'm gonna cast Warp.
It's Pride Month. Oh yeah, I do have a trigger off of Lurking Predators. Oh, cool.
You also take 1 from PP.
Beginning of each opponent's end step, that player chooses up to 2 creatures they control and sacrifices. The rest is on my Archfiend.
So the commander can go to the command zone. The meld card, I believe, gets shuffled in. Yeah. Feel free to comment if I'm wrong about that.
All right. A swamp.
All right, I'll go to my turn now. I'm tapping a ton of mana to cast Zidane. I'm gonna yoink your Archfiend. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. I'll attack with this, the Academy Manufacturer and Felidar Guardian.
All right. How much is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I will tap a green mana and cast a fog.
Okay. This doesn't happen though, because it's still mine until end step.
Yep.
Cool. Go to my end step. You will get your Archfiend back. I'll play a Arid Mesa. Pass the turn.
All right. Untap.
Here's my troll. Yay, troll.
I will go to combat.
Okie dokes.
I'll make it so this guy can't be blocked. And send 12 at you. 10 of it's in the air, 2 is unblockable on the ground.
All right, I will pay 2, sack of food, gain 3 life, and then take 12.
Okay, that's all I had.
I'm going to attempt to cast Mass Mutiny. In troll of 1 target creature, I'll take the troll.
I have a trigger from Lurking Predators. It's a Worldly Tutor.
All right, I'm going to attempt to attack you with 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yep, you win.
Yay! Final Fantasy IX, best game, best commander.
I had a Reanimate in my hand, so I was ready for the killing of Fang earlier, but it was not that. It was a Chaos Warp, and then I drew a Trip Gas, and I had a Reassembling Skeleton, so not much going on in my hand. What'd you have, Ian, with your 28 cards?
I realized on my turn, had I begged for life, I could have drawn 69 cards, which would have taken me out of the game. Yeah, this deck was awesome. I was actually surprised by I get the concept of, draw cards equal to devotion, but until you're like in the middle of it, it's like, oh yeah, it gets actually pretty insane when you do it.
Steve, the villain, what did you have going on?
I had a Feed the Swarm. That's it. But I almost had 2 emblems. 2 giant paint bubbles.
That would have been gross. I had another Terramorphic Expanse. That's what I ewed.
Yeah.
I drew that mutiny off the top. Thank God.
Well, if you want to check out more Final Fantasy for yourselves, we'll leave some links in the description down below. There's a bunch of really cool precons, a bunch of really cool collector boosters, fancy chocobos, lots of cool critters and creatures, Moogles. There's literally cards for every set.
Instant ramen.
Instant Ramen is a card. There's mini games. There's a lot of cool stuff. So we just wanted to show off some of the fun cards that we wanted to play today.
Woo!
And if you like episodes like these, be sure to leave us a like, comment, put that bell on for notifications of when we post. We have a EDH Final Fantasy episode coming out soon as well. So for more Final Fantasy action, check us out. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching this episode of Scry Babies. Tori and I would like to thank our patrons for supporting this channel and making episodes possible. We'd love to give a special shout out to our producers this month, Lord Keeper, Matthew, and Uncle Butts. Be sure to check out our producer tier for special benefits and unique rewards. And to thank you to our Tier 5 and Tier 4 patrons, Matt Wingrove, Nibla, Dead, Thuggy D, Philip Murphy, and Old Panda. Thank you so much for being patrons and making episodes like the one you saw today possible.